freezing cold. Freezing cold. How was that wind and rain this weekend? Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. It seems to get more and more ferocious. It really does. What was it? Storm Dennis, I think it was called. Storm Dennis, yes. Anyway, crazy. It seems to have calmed down a little bit today. Let's hope it clears up from here. Because I know so many trains and planes and everything were cancelled over the weekend. So let's hope it all gets back on order online. Anyway, back to today and why we're here. My name is Judy V, co-founder of the Tribe of Traders, and we make traders profitable through our unique approach to trading. And that is understanding that to be successful in trading, we need to model the genius trading model. Part of that is understanding what our beliefs are when we come to trade. And I think this is a massive topic. I've spoken about it quite a lot. It's a massive topic around the unconscious approach to trading. It's around what we don't typically think about when we go to trade. We don't normally, when you're learning to trade or when you're taught to trade, the whole concept around being trade ready is there's not, in my opinion, there's not enough emphasis put onto it, and it's not, it's all the focus is all around the strategy and what the market's telling you and looking for a trade to fit your strategy. Now, it's my opinion that that's the wrong way round, okay? What we need to be doing is becoming more self-aware, a lot more self-aware in our approach to trading. And a part of that, and before I go on actually, when we are self-aware, the more in which we are self-aware, then the more in which we do not need to seek out trades, the more in which we are open to seeing what the market is telling us to trade. Because it's the opposite way around. When you're seeking out trades, you are looking for opportunities to fit your strategy onto the market, okay? As opposed to being just sitting back, observing, and allowing the market to show you what to trade, okay? It sounds the same, but it's very, very different. And one of the ways in which we can get to do that, one of the ways in which we actually powerfully get to the point where we can actually allow the market to show us what to trade, is by understanding what our beliefs are, okay? Understanding what beliefs that we're bringing to the market, understanding what is going on in our head when we're going to actually place trades, right? If you don't know what's going on in your head, okay, you're going to be driven by unconscious behaviors. And those unconscious behaviors could be sabotaging, all right? So therefore, you're not going to know that you're actually sabotaging your own trading if you don't know what's going on in your head. It's quite simple, okay? So one of the things that I really firmly do believe is that we bring a minimum of 3 sets of beliefs to the market every single time we trade, okay? A minimum of 3 sets of beliefs. Now, those 3 sets of beliefs, I've spoken about it several times before, but I know that people, you forget it, okay? The first one is you have an inherent set of beliefs with the strategy, right? That's granted, that's given. Because let's take, for example, Tribe of Trader strategies, Pogo and Bugsy, all right? With Pogo, we expect price to bounce off the 20 EMA into phase and continue in the direction of trend once it's bounced off the 20 EMA, okay? So it's finished phase 2 and it's heading off into phase 1. That's a belief that we have with the strategy. But that belief has been tested, it's been back tested, and it has proven that statistically there's a high probability that in actual fact will happen. All right. So therefore, that is a set of beliefs. That's the first set. So what I call your strategy beliefs, right? The second set of beliefs we bring to the market every single time we go to trade is what I call situational beliefs. Okay, they are beliefs that are being triggered in your psyche, in you, that are being triggered with whatever is going on for you in that moment in time when you're sitting in front of the chart about to trade. Okay, so that's what I call situational. So for example, what that might be is your kids are running around, you had a bad night, you had nightmares at night, you have a meeting that you're not overly looking forward to in an hour's time, or you have an argument with your lover, with your partner. It could be anything like that. Whatever's going on in that moment in time will trigger situational beliefs, like is this what married life's all about? Or these children are driving me insane. Or why am I always having nightmares? So it's like always, it's going to be triggering beliefs that are being triggered with whatever's going on in your life in that moment when you're sitting down to trade. Okay, so it's important to understand what is going on for you in that moment. What's going on? What is going on in your life? And how are you interacting with it? How is it impacting you? How is it affecting you? So that's very important to be aware of that. So what I always say, you need a high level of self-awareness for successful trading. Okay, so what is going on? What are the beliefs that are being triggered with what's happening in your life in the moment that you're sitting down to trade? Okay, that's situational beliefs. Then there's the other set of beliefs, which is the most important, the hardest to really get to the nuts and bolts of, but the most powerful when you do understand them and you do start seeing them clearly, and that is inherent beliefs. What are your inherent beliefs about trading, about money, about your relationship with money, your level of self-worth? What do you believe? Do you believe you deserve success? Do you believe you deserve the freedom that wealth brings? Do you deserve wealth? Do you love money? All of those are inherent beliefs, and they drive everything that we do and the results that we get. They're what I call the three sets of beliefs that we bring to the market every single time we trade. So the more in which you are self-aware, the more in which you are aware of each of those different types of beliefs, the more in which you can deal with them, address them, consciously address them, and see how they are impacting your trading. Now, here's the thing. When you've got beliefs for a strategy, right, that has been tested, it's been back tested, and statistically has a high probability of being warranting that set of beliefs. Okay, I trust that the strategy you trade has been tested, and high statistical probability that the beliefs around the rules of that strategy will do what it says it will do, right? But you add in your situational beliefs and your inherent beliefs into the rules of the strategy, you have an untested strategy, don't you? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that your results, therefore, are going to be inconsistent. And that, my friend, is the one reason, the single one reason why every single trader in the world does not reach target every single month. That is it. It's as simple as that. That is why traders are not getting the success that they would love. That is why traders will trade in drawdowns. That is why traders are missing trades, why traders are gambling, why traders are hope trading. But that is also why traders are successful. Because the ones who know that, understand that, embrace that, and incorporate that awareness of that into their trading, they are successful consistently and at the end and reach their goals time and time again. Okay, It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that if you're having noise running around that's creating a response for you, and you have like a bad night or you've got arguments going on, you're going to have a response, you're going to have a set of beliefs that are triggered, you're going to be in a certain state, you're going to add that to the rules of your strategy, and then you've got your inherent ones, the ones that are undercurrent, the ones that are like at the tip of the iceberg, where you can see that, but you can't see all of it below the water, right? You've got all of that coming in, you're adding all that is untested. It's not tested. It's not been back tested. How can you? And when you think about it, your situational beliefs are going to be changing all the time. Your inherent beliefs will change in terms of level of impact depending on how inspired you are or despired you are. Okay, so they all of the time, those two change. The basic strategy beliefs never change, but your situational and your inherent will always change. They will adjust. It'll be like the waves of the sea, all right, or the waves of a lake, or the waves of the River Thames when Storm Dennis is running down it. Okay, it'll change all the time. It'll oscillate, and that is why your trading results oscillate. And that is it in a nutshell. 100%. No arguments, no debate. That is what's going on. Okay, so your job is to understand what are the situational beliefs that are being triggered for you at any time when you're going to trade. That is why it's important to get trade ready. Okay, the trade ready state helps powerfully with your situational beliefs, right? Then you get your inherent beliefs. Well, your trade ready state is not really going to overly help your inherent beliefs. Okay, it's not. Your inherent beliefs, the only way you're going to shift that is by understanding, one, what are they, and two, doing some deep inner work. And that is it. There's no shortcut. Unfortunately, there's no shortcut to that. You're going to need to do some seriously. If you have inherent beliefs that are not supportive of your wealth building activities, are not supportive of your trading, you need to do some serious inner work in order to ensure that they do get to be supportive. Okay, being in a trade ready state is not going to help with your inherent beliefs. Trade ready state will help you with the situational beliefs. Okay, so some food for thought, important to understand. Just be aware of it when you're going to trade in future. Understand that your strategy has a set of beliefs, have been proven and tested, but when you introduce the oscillating and varying set of beliefs of situation and inherent to that, you have a different mix. You have a different strategy. So essentially you're trading a different strategy every time you go to trade when you mix in those other beliefs. All right, because we filter things in accordance with what our values at that moment in time. We filter things in terms of what we are seeing from the market. We filter what we're seeing and feeling from the market in accordance with how we are feeling. If we're not aware of how we're feeling, if we're not self-aware, we are going to be perceiving information from the market that we are labeling, judging, putting meaning to, that will be one thing one day but totally different another day, all in accordance with how we're feeling in that moment in time. Makes sense, doesn't it? Makes complete sense. So, something to be aware of. 3 sets of beliefs when you come to trade. If you want to find out more, and if you're not in our trading community, come and join us in the trading community, because on Friday I'm going to be speaking more about getting trade ready, on how to identify what the situational beliefs are that are coming up for you, and how to deal with it. So we'll be talking more about that in the trading community on Friday morning at 7 o'clock. So if you're not in the community, come and join us. It'll be a very important and very valuable deep dive into situational beliefs. But either way, it's something to bear in mind that every single time you're going to trade, and if you are not getting the consistent results you want to get, you deserve, by the way, you totally and utterly deserve, because you deserve the freedom that wealth brings. It's your birthright. You deserve to have the life that you have a vision for. As I always say, the universe will not ever give you a vision for what it is you would love and not give you all the tools to be able to create it. Okay? 100%. Because if you've got a vision for what you would love in your trading, in your life, whatever it is, in your wealth building, if you've got a vision, a clear vision of it, then I guarantee you have all the tools, you have all the skills, all the talents to create it. 100%. No two ways about it. No doubts about it. All right? It's some tweaks that you need to make in the sort of, almost like in the hardware. If you're looking at it from like a computer, like in the hardware, some tweaks that need to be made, and for you to be able to unlock those blocks, unlock the maybe potentially sabotaging behavior you've got going on, in order to create it. All right. And the only reason you're not getting the success you would love in your trading is because of those 3 sets of beliefs. Because when you're adding a different set of situational and inherent beliefs into the strategy beliefs, every single day you have a different strategy. You're trading a different strategy. You're looking at a strategy for different ways. One way to prove this, go back over your trades. Go back over your trades, over the same strategy, go back over them and look at the different types of setups that you'll have taken. Because if they're the same setups and you're not getting your results, I want to ask you why. Why are you taking the same setups over and over and over and over and over again, and they're all losing and you're not being profitable? Why would you be doing that? Einstein says doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome, sure sign of madness. Why would you do that? Okay, if you go back over your because if that is what you're doing, you need to stop and take a different type of setup, okay, if you're consistent. But if you go back over your trades and then you start seeing that, you took one type of setup with the same strategy one day, a different type of setup with the same strategy another day, and another, and another, and another, you'll see the oscillation, and you then pare that back, and you're really clear about it, depending on the level and the quality of the journal you keep in trading. You're really clear about what was going on for you that day. You will see how your situational beliefs are impacting your perception in the market and the types of setups you're taking. All right, getting trade ready, and managing the situational beliefs that are coming up for you will go a long way to giving you some level of success in your trading. All right, it will give you a level of success in your trading. Absolutely, it will. But it will absolutely not get you to where you would love to be unless you actually start dealing with the inherent beliefs. And that's where the real work is. That's where the real changes happen. And that is why our guys in the Tribe of Traders have such transformational experiences. Success in trading, success in their lives, in all areas of life, because we deal with the cause and not just the effect. But anyway, if you want to know more, come and join us in the trading community. I will post it in the comments here, the link into our free group, and we'll do a deep dive on situational beliefs on Friday morning at 7 o'clock UK time. See you then. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.